Hi, I'm Brian Gangel. I'm the Holistic Health Freak, and we are taking out the trash. And this is an organic beet. Hi, I'm Brian Gangel. I'm the Holistic Health Freak, and welcome to another episode of Taking Out the Trash. In this episode, we're going to look at some of our favorite foods, and one of my favorite foods of all times in the past was hot dogs, the all-American favorite. And I can remember having hot dogs when I was at the ball game or at a hockey game. I remember the incredible taste, the aroma, the smoke. It's just a wonderful food. There's so many things wrong with it. So let's take a look at a hot dog today, and I got one ready for us, so let's take a look at it and see what we can do about this.
I grew up eating hot dogs. We all had them our whole life barbecued, and I don't think there's any way this guy can make a healthy hot dog.
Beautiful hot dog that came from the fast food restaurant. Now let's take a look at this baby. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Now let's take a look at it. First of all, let's take a look at the bun first. We have a white flour bun, which has very little nutritional value to it at all. And then we have the actual hot dog. It looks so appetizing. I always invite people to go and see where hot dogs and how they are made and what food groups are actually in the hot dog itself. You can see the beautiful char marks on it. Nice. We have nice carcinogens there that we can look at. Let's take a look at the inside. You can just see the amount of nutrition that's coming out of this. Now, at the Holistic Health Freak, when we take out the trash, what we are trying to do is replicate our favorite foods in a healthy way. This is going to be quite the challenge today. Alright, well, let's just get rid of this and let's take the trash out. Okay, and let's start getting ready to start making a healthy hot dog. First, we're going to need about a cup of walnuts. This is amaranth flour. Amaranth is an ancient grain, and this particular one is all the way back from the Aztec days, and I'll tell you what, I hope that they're not right about 2012. But with this particular flour, the unique thing about it is it puts a really savory flavor into the recipe. At the same time, it also is almost completely gluten-free. So a really nice flour to work with, amaranth. And now we're going to need a few carrots. So we'll just cut these open. These are some beautiful organic carrots, and this is what we're going to use in our recipe. We're going to need a nice Spanish onion. So here's a nice organic Spanish onion that we're going to use. Okay, so now we have our garlic. And I don't think we're going to make our too garlicky here, so we're going to take a couple of cloves. There's some nice garlic. Oh, that's what we're going to use in our recipe. Splash of soy sauce. So we got a little bit of fennel seed here that we're going to use. And this is nutritional yeast flakes. And yeast flakes are rich in glutathione, and they're an incredible source of B vitamins, and they add a wonderful nutty flavor and texture to our hot dogs. This is Spanish paprika, which is going to add nice color, and with the rest of the ingredients, it's going to start to give us a little bit of the look of our organic, healthy hot dog. And go. This is chili powder. Chili powder is a grouping of herbs which gives a very unique blend, and it's going to give a little bit of the exoticness and a little bit of the smokiness that we're looking for.
Well, I'm looking at all these ingredients, and I don't think I'm looking at all this gooey paste, and I see no way that that's going to turn into something edible.
And this is nutritional yeast flakes. And yeast flakes are rich in glutathione, and they're an incredible source of B vitamins, and they add a wonderful nutty flavor and texture to our hot dogs. This is Spanish paprika, which is going to add nice color, and with the rest of the ingredients, it's going to start to give us a little bit of the look of our organic, healthy hot dog. This is chili powder. Chili powder is a grouping of herbs which gives a very unique blend, and it's going to give a little bit of the exoticness and a little bit of the smokiness that we're looking for. And now I've got about a half a teaspoon of red chili flakes. And we've got the classic, a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is Himalayan pink salt. And this is some Somalian black pepper. And this is an organic beet. Okay, Now that we have all of our ingredients assembled, now we're going to get ready, and one of the first things we want to do is we want to start washing and preparing all of our ingredients. And it looks pretty complex for a hot dog, but actually when a hot dog is manufactured, it's actually a very complex procedure. Now once all the ingredients are here, it's actually pretty simple. And don't be intimidated by this, because once you make a bunch of these, I'm telling you, the taste is just outrageous. Off the hook outrageous. In fact, I like to think of it, this is going to be just stupid good. Stupid good. So to wash the ingredients, I got my bowl. I'm going to get a little bit of purified water. And with the purified water, we're going to give ourselves a nice splash here. So we're going to make ourselves a nice little bath as we bathe all of our vegetables. Oh, isn't that sweet? And here's a nice little trick. I use these little salad spinners. And with the salad spinner, I submerge it in the water. Fill it back up. And this is a neat little trick. Now here's a little ingredient. This is called polar mints. Polar mints is water from the Antarctic with all the sodium removed. And it's actually geomagnetic water. It actually has a magnetic charge. And I use this as a mineral spray to actually detox the fruits and the vegetables. So I take my beet, and we spray the beet, and then we put it into the bath. Same with the garlic. And same with the onion. And same with our carrots. And now that we have those guys in the bath, let's hook up the old hot tub machine to it, and let's give them a little spinaroo. A third of the onion. And we're going to peel this baby. And once we have about this much onion should be just perfect to give it a nice heat and a nice bit of texture to the hot dog. So that guy's ready to go. Next on the list is let's do the beet. So we've got a beautiful little beet here. And I'm not going to peel this beet. We're going to do it skin and all. It's been washed and cleaned. So I'm going to take about 1/3 of this beet. And beet juice is really deadly, so keep in mind, you get that beet juice on stuff, you're done. Carrots are already peeled and pre-cut, so we've got those ready, and they'll chop down nicely, so we've got those ready to go as well. The garlic is next on the list. So we take the garlic like this, and we give the garlic a good old smash, just like that, and we got ourselves some nice garlic to work with. That's a nice piece of garlic. Now, for those of you who've never done sprouts before, it couldn't be any easier. What we have here is these are mung beans. You can buy them in just about any health food store, and you put the mung beans into the basket. You put in some water into the bottom tray. You lay the basket in. Couldn't be any easier, really. Sprouting is not a major science here. And then you let it go for 12 hours. The water's going to turn color, and what we do is it's drawing out the impurities, and then you dump away the water, and then the sprouts begin again. It takes about 2 or 3 sessions of 12 hours each, and now what you end up with is they sprout little tails, and now these are sprouted, and most of the nutrients now have exploded out of the dormant seed, and they've given up all of their nutrients, and they're ready to go. What this is going to give us is going to give us a little bit of protein into the dish, and it's going to give us a little bit of texture, and it's going to give us a really exotic, raw flavor to the food. And now we'll load our food processor, and that's ready to go. Get the blade in tight. And now we're ready to make some holistic magic. Now let's take a look and see how we're doing. Now that's the consistency that I'm looking for. Nice, smooth consistency. That'll make a very nice, rich, smooth hot dog. Same texture as the hot dogs we love from the past. Got our basic batter ready to go. We got to form these into our hot dogs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a mold. And what I did is I found an old olive tray that I had lying around, which I use for dinner parties, and this is going to be just perfect for our purposes here. What we're going to do is going to put a little bit of plastic wrap into the mold, just like this, and we're going to just punch that down into there. So now what I've got is I've got a beautiful mold. Now I can make a nice foot-long hot dog, or a 1.5-foot long hot dog. I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and keep that to about the 8-inch size. And then what we do is we simply start to load the mold with the hot dog batter. And actually, I put a little bit of heat into these hot dogs. If you're going to do it for kids, you probably want to tone these little babies down. But the aroma coming off of these hot dogs right now, this raw batter, is just spectacular. I could eat this just like candy. In fact, you know what? I think I might just, if nobody's looking, I might just try a little bit of this and see what we've got here. Here's our raw batter. I want to tell you something. I've done a lot of cooking over the years. I could eat that like cereal. I could eat that like porridge. I could eat that for a midnight snack. It is so good. Now when these guys get cooking, and we're going to show you how we're going to make these beautiful hot dogs, and that's why I say once you got a batch of this, the ingredients were so simple. I mean, we put the whole thing together literally in about 3-4 minutes, and you could pound out dozens of these and have them ready to go. Now the beauty of the way we're going to prepare them, be dehydrating these puppies.
Well, I'm a little bit amazed here. This actually looks like a hot dog, and I'm surprised.
All right, and now what we do is we are going to transfer this from that into one of these, which is used to make sushi. This is a bamboo wrapper. So now that we have the basic mold, we take this out like this, we transfer it to here, and then what we do is we start to use it just like we would in the sushi style, and we start to roll it up. And you can see it starting to come out either end. And now we have a hot dog form. And now this hot dog form is ready to go into our food dehydrator. And now our hot dog, as we twist the ends, it's got its basic form inside. You give it a slight twist so it binds up good, and now this is ready to go into the food dehydrator. All right, and now that we've loaded our trays, we're ready to go. And we actually have even the color and texture of a hot dog. We've got a couple of footlongs in here. We've got a couple of 8-inch hot dogs ready to go. And these guys will take about 2-3 hours, and then we'll unwrap them, put them right on naked onto the trays themselves, and we'll let them go for another 6 hours. So from the morning, when we wake up in the morning and we're getting ready to do our commute, we prepare these. They take about 5 minutes to prepare, 5 minutes to roll, put them into the dehydrator, along with our other special ingredients that we're going to make in our next episode, and we'll have a complete meal that's healthy and nutritious. So you see, you don't have to be a holistic health freak to make food that's nutritious and chic.
Wow, this actually looks like one of my old-time favorites. Wow, this is amazing.
In our next episode, we'll be doing some more of the blasts from the past as we deconstruct and reconstitute healthy versions of our old-time favorites. I'm Brian Gangel. I want to thank you very much for joining us, and remember, your final departure date can be delayed. Bye for now.